conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out 1 foot of set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. Philadelphia Eagles going to set up shop here offensively with their quarterback Carson Wentz, a guy really that you got to feel for. You know, he had to sit on the sideline and watch Nick Foles be the hero the last couple of postseasons. This year was finally healthy, making his first postseason start, and then got knocked out of the game in the first quarter after just 4 pass attempts.
So unfortunate because his number one goal coming into this season was to be the starting quarterback for his Philadelphia team in all 16 regular season games, and he did that. Then he gets his first playoff start, healthy, able to lead his team at home with a chance to beat Seattle, and as you noted, 4 pass attempts about 9 minutes into the game, and he's gone, and a lot of people questioning the hit. Remember, he became a runner on that play, not a quarterback. Doesn't get the same protection. Unfortunate what happened, but I thought he had a marvelous finish. Down the stretch when they needed to win, Carson Wentz dragged that team to a 4-0 finish to win a division title.
And all in all, the number's good. His first 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions, so a lot for Wentz to hang his hat on going into the offseason. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Looking to throw. Howard toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's gone off the bootleg. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Goff throwing complete to Kupp. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 41 yards. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
It makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is not going to find the end zone. He's stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Time for the Eagles to get the football back here. You look at 2019 for Philadelphia. A lot of what-ifs for the squad, really. They went on a nice run, as you noted. 4 straight wins, won the game that they needed to down the stretch of the Cowboys in Week 16 to essentially win the NFC East. Listen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And an alley to run. Whoosh. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense for Los Angeles as they get ready for this next possession. You think about the season that they had. Certainly not the first team to go from a Super Bowl appearance to missing the playoffs. But 9-7, not quite good enough to get back in 2019. This offense, certainly not as dynamic as it was the past few years. So is there any part of you that says maybe the window has closed on the Rams team, or is that too harsh?
I think it's a little bit too harsh. I don't think the window is closed, but the window's a little foggy right now. Needs a little cleaning. What I mean by that is they've given up a lot of draft capital to bring in players and sign long-term deals. Do you expect Todd Gurley to get back to being the Todd Gurley we saw?
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, our score, 12-6. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
We go tonight. 20. Check 53. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On first down, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
Like 20. Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where John, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
They'll try and sneak him, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And now running right through it. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And shedding his way forward. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 62 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for two here. They're going to try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down now. It's Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had to...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final shot before break here. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be taken short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check.
A shotgun snap for gone. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Just like that.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. No, I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the red zone now, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Here we go.
They'll try the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I've been fortunate enough along the way to see 2-point conversion attempts in all levels of football. That's my first quarterback sneak for a 2-point conversion attempt. That's actually insulting to a defense. I'm just going to tell you straight up, and they didn't get distance.
I was going to say, they were insulting those guys in the middle, though. They stood tall. They won the trench battle.
Yeah, they did. I think they stared them all the way back to the bench like, are you kidding me? I cannot believe you made that call.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Throwing his Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw, it's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 6 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
180. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Goff now looking to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Gone to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
26 Mike.
Fighting him off. Shrugs off another. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
26 Mike. I'm coming after you.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. 40-yard line.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw is Howard. Throwing on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Back to throw. Howard rolling to his right. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Oh, 360. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Let's go.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. again is gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. 120. You ain't going nowhere.
Wentz to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 47 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Brushing off defenders. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep